Shoot, JSU. Look what y'all made me do. Look what y'all made me do. Y'all made me put the J hat on, y'all. Okay. I've been seeing this all year. I'm going to just break down real quick what I see was going on with Jackson. Now, Jackson still has the chance to be a football power. Remember me saying this. Jackson still has a chance of being a football power. I like what Coach Taylor is doing right now with the guard the yard. It's not just, you got to open your mind up. It's not just worry about guarding JSU yard. When he's talking about guard the yard, I think he's talking about the whole state of Mississippi. That's his backyard. The whole state of Mississippi is his front and backyard. He's trying to keep his players in state, especially the ones in the city. He's trying to keep all the players around there so these players that know and look up to each other can play together and they can all believe in each other. When you playing with a guy from a different state that you didn't know nothing about, you kind of, okay, look at the highlight tape and you kind of say, okay, he might got something, we'll see. But when you play with somebody that you know is a dog and you see him out there balling and you say, ooh, I get to play with Buddy right there, oh, we finna ball together. That's what you thinking off rip, we finna ball together. You ain't trying to say we'll see. So what Coach Taylor is doing by keeping these guys in state, now you're going to have to sprinkle a little bit of that Georgia in there because Georgia got them dogs. Georgia got them dogs. But right now with JSU, I'm looking at their D-line. To me, their D-line is the strength of that team. D-line and the running game. But you can't have a running game without the offensive line. So the D-line and the O-line are looking nice. They looking like every team they done played against is looking adequate or they got the advantage. Right? Like even Steven or they got the advantage. Especially in D-line, most of the games I done watched, they had the advantage D-line. Their DBs are nice too. I've seen their DBs making a lot of plays. Number 10 showed up, he got 2 picks. I think that was number 9 that laid out, and he a Mississippi kid that laid out and got a pick. So that's 3 turnovers by your DBs, and that's what I can remember off the top of my head. The running backs, you got multiple running backs that can get it done. You got a whole slew of running backs. You got like 4 running backs over there that can get it done. And like in Mississippi have running backs. Alabama have running backs. There's a lot of places you can find running backs around that area. And so they don't really have to go far to find guys that can run. And right now with the game, how the game is changing to a more of a passing game, now you can find better running backs that's looking for a place where they can showcase their talent. And remember what I say, championships are built around the running game. You got to have an element of the running game balance like FAMU. FAMU was a throwing team. They was throwing. But this is FAMU best year. Guess what they got? They got 3 running backs that can punch the ball in, maybe even 4. So I know I've seen 3 off the top of my head that can get the job done. So JSU is in a good position. One thing I would like to see that game get pushed back. The FAMU JSU game, I like to see that get pushed back to the end of the season, because we all know FAMU and JSU are like the 2 big dogs of the SWAC right now. I would like to see them play at the end of the year when everything counts, when all the marbles are on the table. You know what I'm saying? Some issues I seen. The long snapper. It was too many bad snaps. You gotta get that corrected. You need to find a long snapper. Or you gotta recruit you another center, or you gotta take this long snapper and this quarterback. They gotta work together. Maybe because it's a new quarterback, but they gotta work together and get this situated ASAP. Because if you can't protect the ball, you're gonna lose a lot of games. It's no way around that. Linebackers. The linebackers, they were solid, but I didn't see flashes. I didn't see a lot of flashes. I think I seen one linebacker that had a big hit, but I didn't see no major plays by the linebackers. And a linebacker is another position that's key. When you're talking about winning championships, you got to have good linebacker play. The quarterback, I feel like JSU have a quarterback that can be a big time player. He got the power. He got that Steve McNair, that Vince Young kind of, when he take off and run, or you got to be somebody to bring him down. So he has that element, and he has a decent arm. Like, he ain't gonna say he got the best arm, but I'm not gonna say he got a weak arm. He got a decent arm. So I just feel like chemistry, knowing what your receivers can do, the receivers knowing what he can do, and get on the same page. They got to work on that. Even like they got to work on this stuff on their own. Like, they got to go down the street to the park, to the local boys club, YMCA or whatever, and get some more reps in. They need to go to the local high school and get more reps in. And like when the coach, like on Sundays, they need to be getting more reps in so they can kind of get on the same page. And you got to have some DBs out there too to cause some interference. And you got to have a lot of stuff to make it seem live, so guys can understand, like, okay, in the game when it's fire, this is how the time is gonna be. Like, you got to have it where you get a realistic look. You might have to have a pass rush out there. You got a lot of stuff to make it look realistic. But I feel like if he can get on the same page with his wide receivers, Jackson State can have a explosive offense. So I like what Coach Taylor is doing. I'm happy they made the change with the quarterback. And did y'all see that run by the quarterback when he ran over a guy and knocked his helmet off and kept running? Like, I don't see when quarterbacks, their helmet come off and they keep trying to run. No, he knocked the defender helmet off and kept running. I'm like, what? So that's a lot of power, y'all. People that stood out though was number 10, number 9, number 90, and number 99. Them guys stood out to me by me watching the game. I watched the game. It was like live yesterday, but it was streaming, and then I watched the highlights again. Other guys I want to see get more involved. I want to see Seven McGee get the ball more, like in space, slant, stuff like that. And like tunnel screens. I don't like the on the curve stuff, because the wide receivers to me are not blocking good enough on the curve. The wide receivers are not taking pride in blocking. To me, I haven't seen it. I want to see Stevenson get the ball more, because I feel like he's a big weapon. He should have at least like 35 to 40 catches. I'm thinking like 40 plus catches. And Miller, Duke Miller, I want to see Duke get the ball more. I was happy about him coming in. I think that guy got talent. I think that's one of my Georgia boys. And it's somebody else. The number 11, I can't think his name right now off the top of my head. I follow him on Instagram, but he's an up and coming player, and he's I think he got the size and the talent to make something great happen. Like, I think he got a chance to kind of break Coach Taylor records if he really get tuned in and get locked in with his quarterback, and they really get on the same page. So I feel like Jackson's in a good spot. Who do y'all think Jackson should play next year? Like, I want to see Jackson play against TCU next year. I want to see him play against North Carolina A&T. I want to see him play against Howard next year, Hampton, like Tuskegee, Albany State. Them the games I want to see with home games, so Jackson can pack that stadium out, and the fans can come out the first game and just you know what I'm saying, crowd noise, just have the best atmosphere in HBCU football. That's how I want to see them started off next year, because I think they got something going. I think Coach Taylor is cooking up a nice pot of excitement over there for Jackson. So that's what I got, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Leave comments, and we're going to keep this ball rolling.